Hello everyone! 안녕하세요 여러분! Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am here to help you with how to memorize Korean words more easily and more effectively. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce a really helpful language learning website called italki. italki has a lot of professional and community teachers whose native language is Korean. You can take one-on-one lessons with a teacher chosen by your learning style and goals. You can also choose the type of class or the time you want. And the lessons are very cheap and reasonable because the teachers set their own prices. With italki, you can learn Korean language anywhere, anytime, so this is more convenient than going to class in person, right? Also, they've given me a buy one get one free offer, so if you buy one lesson, you can get another one free. Only for you guys who are watching my video right now, italki will credit $10 extra. So this is very amazing, right? All you have to do is click on the link in the description box and sign up for italki. Go check out italki after this video. Well, then let's get started with the lesson. You might think that knowing a lot of words is the most important thing when it comes to be fluent in foreign language. It is true, but I think memorizing words effectively must be concerned as well, because if you can learn many words in a relatively short time, you'll be able to save your time more and to express many things in a variety of ways, right? Of course, memorizing words blindly is not a good idea. What is important is structuralize the image of the word in your brain. You have to make it stay in your brain, and if you have an image in there, you can remember it for a long time. So today, I'm gonna give you 7 tips that will help you on your journey to memorizing the words more effectively. There are many other tips, but I'd like to introduce only 7 tips that really have worked for me. Memorize words using a variety of senses such as sight, hearing, and touch. Use as many senses as possible so that the word is stored in your brain in a more three-dimensional way. Feel the word and try to express its meaning. It's not helpful to just read the word because we have to use that word in our everyday lives in any way. We have to learn through association, through experience, through observing, watching, listening, through touching, through your life experience. So for example, let's say you learn the words related to clothes. Then open your closet right now and see what you've got. And maybe you can find your skirt. Look at the skirt, hold it, and touch it. And make sure to speak out loud of the word in Korean. 치마. 치마. You might think this is a very childish way, or you might doubt that it'll take longer, but actually it is more effective to experience a word once than just to read it many times. You can also use this method to review the words that you memorized. What if it is an abstract word? Or what if you don't have the thing in your real life? Then you can use your imagination. Look at the word with your eyes, write it down, speak it out loud, and listen to what you're saying. In this way, you can use 3 senses of sight, hearing, and touch at the same time. And if you think imagination is also a sense, then you can use 4 senses. And it is also good to make a story, to draw pictures, or to make songs with the word. Try to memorize the words using as many different senses as possible. You'll be able to understand and memorize the words better. Did you know that quite a few of Korean words sound similar to English? Although the meaning may not be the same, but if you learn a word based on similarity of pronunciation, it is much easier to remember. Let's take a look at this word. For example, 그림. 그림. It sounds like a cream in English, right? In fact, this word means a picture. 그림. Picture. So you can memorize it as a picture of cream. 그림을 그린 그림. Also, there are many other words from English in Korean language, so you can associate the meaning easily. So for example, 아파트, 아파트 is from apartment. Menu, menu is from menu. And also 라디오, 라디오 is from radio. And shower, shower is from shower. I'm sure some of you are saying, no matter how hard I try, it is always difficult to memorize Korean words. Or, I just don't have talent for memorizing, right? Then I'd like to ask you if you have checked the word you memorized the next day again. We are all human, so as time goes by, the less important information is going to be erased from your brain. I know you guys are smart, but no matter how smart you are, it's just natural to forget unless you repeat. So for example, if you memorize 100% of the words today, you will only remember 70% of them tomorrow. Then what if you take a look back at that 30% you forgot? And the day after tomorrow, you will remember 70% of that 30%. And what if you repeat this process over and over? You'll be able to memorize all the words because they became your long-term memory. They can stay in your brain forever. Actually, this is the way that I used to memorize English words. Don't try to memorize a lot of words in a day. You will forget them anyway. Instead, decide how many words that you are going to learn in a day. The less is the better. And the next day, memorize new words, including the forgotten words, and repeat this process. Then, almost every word in your vocabulary book will be the long-term memory. When you see your vocabulary book, generally there is an example sentence written with a word together, right? You must take a look at this example sentence as well. And it is better if you can memorize it. It is because you can learn not only the meaning in the context, but also a nuance of a word that only native speakers can understand. Those are what you can find only through the translation. So for example, there are words called 슬프다 and 서럽다. 슬프다, 서럽다. In English, both mean to be sad. However, there is a clear difference between these words in Korean language. 서럽다 is usually used to express your grief or sadness when you think something is very unfair. So to understand this subtle nuance, we need example sentences. What if there is no example sentence? What if you can't find any example sentences in your vocabulary book? Then you can look up on Google or Native Korean Dictionary, or you can search hashtags of the word on Instagram. In this way, you can figure out how native speakers use this word. Do not rely too much on the translation. Try to understand the true meaning of the word with a lot of example sentences. How have we learned the foreign language so far? We learn through translation. When you see your vocabulary book, you can find that the translation is always following after the word you want to learn. So maybe you are used to write down the translation on the right side of the word, just like this. Apple is 사과. Of course, this is easy at first and it makes sense to begin this way because we know vocabulary in our native language. But actually, it's hurting us once we get into conversational Korean. When you are in conversation and when you listen to something in Korean, you translate those back into your native language first. Then you think it in your native language, translate those back into Korean, and talk in Korean. So this is a lot of work for your brain to do, and it's gonna take too long in a native speed, kind of back and forth conversation. So I would like to suggest you that change the order of memorizing words. Once you memorize words in the order of Korean and English, or Korean and your native language, then change it. Then memorize it in the order of English and Korean, or your native language and Korean. It is a very simple but useful way for your brain to adapt to the environment that you have to use the second language. You'll be able to accept and understand the second language as itself. Mind map is a very effective way to review words. By using mind map, you can not only associate many words easily, but also learn more new words. I'll give you an example. Let's say you learn the words related to buildings. There is a house, a public institution, or a skyscraper in buildings, right? Then write down building in the middle of the paper. And then you can fill out the paper with the words that are associated with the subject. It is okay if you don't know many words. What is important is to be curious and to be willing to know the new words that you didn't know. If you forgot the hospital in Korean, for example, it is okay. You can look it up in the dictionary. It's more important to memorize words by category. Because when we are in conversation, we usually talk about one topic and then move on to the another topic, right? So if we've already memorized words that relate to a topic, we can be more active and aggressive in our conversation. We can understand more because we've already studied the related words by grouping them. So try to use this way when you learn Korean words next time. When you talk to yourself aloud in Korean, it does so many good things for you. Not only are you going to practice your pronunciation, your speaking, your vocabulary, your fluency, but you're developing that thinking in Korean skill. So explain the meaning of the words you memorized in Korean language. You can imagine that your friend is in front of you, or suppose someone asks you a question about the word, and just tell yourself that what the word means and how it can be used. It'd be better if you can make your own example sentences. What is important is to speak the word aloud with your mouth, to understand the real meaning of the word, and to make example sentences confidently. It is okay if you make a mistake talking out loud to yourself, if your grammar is not perfect, or if your pronunciation is not good. It is okay because the point is for you to develop the habit of speaking and thinking in Korean. It is for memorizing words effectively, so it is totally okay. So for me, for example, I learned an English word called phenomenal these days. So maybe I can talk to myself to explain this word just like this. When I see a word called phenomenal, it reminds me of something is extraordinary or remarkable. And something that is phenomenal means it is so great or good that it is unusual. And I looked up on the dictionary and I found that this word is used like phenomenal speed or phenomenal success. So why don't you try this method? It is really helpful. If you are worried about your spoken Korean, I highly recommend this way. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you have any other tips for memorizing words effectively, please leave a comment down below. That would be wonderful. And also, I've got my Facebook, I've got my Instagram, and I've got my Twitter, so you can connect with me on all of my social media. Then I'll see you soon for another lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. 띵띵띵띵띵띵. 그러면 다음 시간에 만나요. 안녕.